Good morning, it's Elaine from Elaine's Custom Cards. This is the card we'll be making today. Most of the products I'm using are from the holiday catalog, and if there's any of these that you're interested in, they might be on the retiring list, and you need to get them while you can before the end of the year, because they might be gone. Some of the products are on sale, but they might have run out already. Like I know these, excuse me, the beaded pearls, I think are half price. So let's get started on this card. You can go to my website and order these products. If you want to know what products are on sale, just let me know and I will send you a list. But bear in mind, some of them might be sold out already. So, because it started yesterday on the 8th. Excuse me, I had a tickle in my throat, needed to get a drink. So I have everything ready to go, and let me tell you what I have here. I'll put this over here. This card base is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4, and then I cut out a section that is 4 1/4 by 2.5. Sorry. So I cut off. This is 2.5 by 4 1/4, and I cut that off. Okay. And what I want to do is a little bit of stamping. I've already stamped the inside, and the stamp sets that I've used are the inside here. This is the Joyful Holly, and we're going to stamp that together. And then for the sentiments, for this I used the Poinsettia Petals for the two sentiments, this one and this one. And then I stamped this one and this one on Flirty Flamingo with Real Red, and then I die cut them out with the dies, this die and this die, and then these do little, you probably can't see it on here, but it kind of does little impressions. And then I also stamped one with Garden Green on Pear Pizzazz. And this card is card base is Garden Green. Okay. I also cut out 2 of these with the silver foil. So let's get started. Let's go ahead and stamp this to get it ready. I've already got my Stamparatus set up to stamp this. So what I did to stamp the holly is I set up my outside image, and then you want to make sure you've got this where you want it in here. Little buggers. I think I had it right there on that line. Yes. So I set this up in here, and then I always like to put something underneath here and here because it's a little easier to stamp. And I stamp the outside lines of this with shaded spruce. So we're going to do that first. That's such a pretty green. So we're going to stamp that with shaded spruce right there. I stamped, this is very vanilla, 5 1/4 by 4 for the inside of the card. Beautiful. Let's close this so I don't get my elbow in it. And then I colored the inside with the garden green. And I've already got this lined up to stamp on there. So this is the fill-in. Get that inked up. Stamp it with the garden green. Just like so. And then for the berries, I wanted them red. And there's a stamp for that. Looks like that. So we're going to stamp those in real red. And they just, you can just line them up right on top of the berries. Just like so. It's pretty simple. Like that. So that's the inside of the card. Get these closed. Get this off of here. And I'm going to clean these stamps really quick. I don't like leaving them dirty. So clean those. And we'll clean this one with my Simply Chamois. Okay, that looks good. Now I'll shut this. Just a little bit of green on there. A lot of little crevices in there. That looks good. Undo this because you don't want to ruin your stamparatus there. Get that out of the way. This in here. Okay, so we got the inside done. And what I wanted to do was make sure that when I put this piece on here, it covered up my sentiment. So that's how I stamped this, is to make sure it covered up the sentiment. Okay, I got everything ready, so let's get started. So the first thing I'm going to do is adhere this to the inside of my card, and I just use liquid glue. This year's almost over. Christmas is almost here. If you're interested in signing up as a demonstrator, I would love to have you on my team. There's a link below this video that will take you to my website. It will also take you to my blog, where you can also sign up, or you can sign up for my newsletter. I'm a little late in getting one out. The last couple of months things have been pretty hectic, so I will try and get one done. So the next thing I'm going to do is take my piece of DSP, and this is from the Toll Tidings. All these products that I'm using came from the holiday catalog, and this has the garden green on one side and real red on the other. So we're going to use put glue on the real red side, and I'm going to adhere this right here to the front. And I kind of tried to line up here and here. Okay. I'm going to take my piece of garden green. This is, I'll have all these sizes on my blog, so you can get them there. This is 3x3. The Very Vanilla is 4 1/8 by 2 7/8, and I'm just going to glue that to the garden green. Just like so. Okay. Then I'm going to adhere this to this, making sure it covers up my sentiment. Just like this. And what I did to make sure that I didn't get glue over my flap is I laid it down like this and just put glue where I wanted it so it wouldn't go over the edge. Like so. Definitely didn't want to glue my card shut. And then I put it centered on the card, just like so. Okay. And that way there's no glue except maybe that little dot. We can get that off. Where that came from, probably my fingers. There. No more glue. Okay. So there's that. And then I adhered this strip of DSP, and it's from the same pack of paper, and it is 1.5 by 4, and this time I want to glue it so the red shows. I like the little pop of color, so we're going to adhere this right down here, just showing a little strip of the very vanilla at the bottom. So put that there. Now I have a piece of garden green that is, it was 4 by 1 inch, and then I took my tailored tag punch and I used this section of the punch to punch the flag, and I did it on this piece too. This one is, it was probably about 3 3/4 before I trimmed it, by 7/8, and I just stamped this in real red. So I'm going to adhere my greeting to the top of my piece of garden green, and I did the flag on this one just the same with the same punch. Just so that it would fit in there with green all around. Just like that. Okay. Now, for our flowers, you can either use glue dots or a little bit of glue. Both work just fine. So you can put a bit of glue in the center of this, and then put one on there, and then the smaller red one, or the smaller petals in the center. Turn it to where it's the way you want it. Do this. Looks like I got a little bit of overflow of glue there. Like I said, you can use glue dots, but okay. Now, I wanted one of these down here. I think I'll put this on first so I know where to put that. I'll put this on dimensionals. So let's go ahead and put the sentiment on there. That we know exactly where we want our flower. So I centered this sentiment on here. It's like so. Okay, just like that. And then I wanted one of these down here like this, and one up here, and it can hang over a little bit. And then this, I used the tape runner. This is the old stuff that I still have. And since this is going to be pretty much covered up, you could just put this in here like this. Put your, a little bit more. Put your element in here. Make sure it sticks. If you have enough. That's all going to get covered up, so it doesn't really matter how much you put in there. So you're going to put one there, and then you're going to put one up here like this. Okay? And then I'm going to put a little bit more of this on here. So I can put my flower in the center and kind of arrange it how you would like it to look. I think I want it like this. Just kind of in the center there. And then I kind of curled my leaves up, or my petals up a little bit, so it wouldn't be flat. And just kind of use your fingernail and kind of curl them up. And you can leave it flat if you want. I just didn't like it flat. Thought it looked better slightly curled up. And more here. There. And then I took one of my beaded pearls, and these don't have any glue or anything on them, so I had some glue dots, and because I didn't want it to come off, I went ahead and tried to get 3 on there, one on each pearl side, like so. Get one more on there. Okay. And then you put that in the center of your flower. You can get your fingers to work. Mine sometimes don't work real well. So put that in the center. And then the last touch is the bow. And this ribbon is in the snowflake. It's called, let's see, find the English, Snowflake Splendor Ribbon. It's with the Snowflake suite of products in the Christmas catalog. There's the snowflake paper and stamp set and dies, and this is with that. And I just put that right down here at the bottom in the center. I just added a nice touch. And that's your card for today. Very simple card. Like I said, I stamped these on Flirty Flamingo with the real red, and then I stamped the leaves on Pear Pizzazz with Garden Green. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Remember the sale, year-end clearance. They're retiring pretty much all of these products, I think. So get them while they still have them. Go to my website, my blog. On my blog you can go to where it says shop now and order. Sign up as a demonstrator. For $99 you can get $125 worth of product, and that will give you even more value. So have fun stamping, and you have a blessed day. Thank you so much for watching. Please like my video and subscribe, and leave me a comment so I know what you think of my card. Thank you for watching.